Okay, welcome back. It's time to reassemble. All right, you can see that when I put the rust preventative paint on it, it made not a very pretty surface. So it's very kind of pockmarky. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's kind of bad, but it's pretty rough looking. So we're going to sand that down. We, as in both of me, myself. I'm gonna sand this down. Sanding it down, and then we're gonna get all the parts over to the Range Rover. We're gonna see if we can get it assembled. I bought the windshield and glass sealant stuff. I think we're good. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's probably just gonna be like a regular video. It's not gonna be a lot of fun. I was a little overhyped there, sorry. All right, let's get it started. And we'll start with some sanding. Sanding. Okay, got that pretty good. Looks kind of wood grained. That's very cool. Okay, that's terrible. I gotta get another sanding pad. Let's get another sanding pad. Sure enough, Sandy, let's get another one. This is a 220 grit pad, so you can see it's gonna go fast. So we'll go pad number 2 and we'll give that another run over here. One side looks good, the other side looks pretty rough. Okay, that's good enough. But Eric, you're sanding off all of that paint. Yeah, I'm not though. It's still on there. There's primer underneath. And this wasn't the part that was rusting anyway. So, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I gotta give this a wipe down and then a spray. A little bit of flat black, because the whole truck's gonna have flat black around it once I sort out how I'm going to do the respray of the black by the windows. Goes on shiny, finishes flat. No, my grandson's not with me. Thanks for asking. No, Thumbtack is doing Thumbtack stuff today. I don't know what he's doing. We went to watch him march last night at Bridge Creek for at the football game. That was fun. Reminded me of my olden days at Newcastle as a Newcastle racer, being a drummer. He's a clarinet player though. Sorry, but anyway, yeah. So that's what we do, and we did. It was a lot of fun. Got to see Cadence, his big sister too. She was there snapping pictures of the game as a member of the yearbook club, and we got to see her cross country senior banner. She'll have another one when she gets her basketball senior banner, because she's a senior this year. Can't believe I have a senior. She's a senior. Oh man, crazy. Okay, let me get reset for the next shots. Okay, one of the cool things I did was I bought a camera for the front and for the back, because my radio now has, or a new radio, my new head unit, will have a screen in it that allow me to see behind me. So I bought cameras that go with that equipment. So where to mount the camera? So I'm back here. I'm thinking maybe just right here underneath in the center. It's got its own little bracket and lots of wires, and I got a big bundle of wires back there too. But I'll need to build a switch box so I can switch from front to back cameras. So I will employ my electronic genius friends to help me with that. But this will go back under here, and then we can just adjust it as necessary. It's got a bracket. Adjust it and get the best picture so I can see behind me and in front of me if I don't have a spotter. How exciting. Wow. Yeah, I know. It's gonna be cool. So neat. Might be fun. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I was investigating back here and I thought, hey, I wonder if it's rusting out or under here, because that's a famous spot for it. This is damage from me. This is me being stupid. But under here, it's famous to rust out, as well as on the bottom down here. So I thought, hey, I'll just tear it open and see what happens when I look inside. And you couldn't see out. This is the lens for the backup light. That's got to get cleaned. So I'm guessing 30-something years of dirt and grime in there, and that needs some cleanup. So we're gonna go clean those up. Just soap and water. And a brush. And hard work. Yeah. Don't tell Mrs. Okierover, but we stole one of her rolls of paper towels. Okay, I get like one of these every time I go to the dentist, which is 3 times a year. And since I use a mechanical, these just kind of get stacked up. So every vehicle has one. But then I also use them for shop projects. So good dental hygiene starts in the shop. All right, let's start looking at this. Let's see what we got going on here. This is very dirty stuff. So a little bit of Dawn dish soap, a little bit of water. 30 years of dirt. So much better. You can see the degradation of the lens from the lighting it up after 30-something years. That's crazy. I saw a video where a guy put plastic like this in a container full of hydrogen peroxide and set it in the sun, and cloudy plastic became clear again. I thought that was fun. All right, this one did not come apart like the other one did automatically by itself. Oh my gosh. Look how much dirt's in there. 30 years worth of sneaking in. So much prettier. Okay, let's get some of the other parts cleaned off. You get the gist of it. Okay, we're reassembling. Where are you? Come over here. We're reassembling now. So we've got all of our little bits dried off. Tornado sirens are sounding because it's noon. Mine is not on. That's weird, because I have one across the street and it did not come on. I wonder if I should call the city and tell the EM guy that it's not happening over there. Okay, got to get this back together. I need 2 hands, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop and do that. Finished product, very clean, very nice, very not dirty. So works pretty good, easy peasy to back install. Just insert the lens into the tool, turn, done. up. I even cleaned underneath here. Whoop, lost a screw. Oh no, not again. Okay, so if you drop a screw into here, there's a tray on the back side. You're gonna have to go find it. So let me get this up here so it won't fall down again. Oh, there goes the other screw. All right, starting over. All right, let's go get the screw. Kind of amazing how much grime and dirt can be on two so small parts. But that's 30 years worth of crap in there, so big surprise. I'm gonna stop on this project. I need to drill a hole. And centered is not gonna work because there's mechanisms back there. But right here is clear, but I'm too close to this, and I don't want this in the dark to have a bad camera picture. So I'd have to move it out. So once I punch the hole, I'm kind of done. So until I can get the radio hooked up, I'm gonna pause on this feature. So you'll get that when we do the head unit. So I'm gonna stop here now. Okay, I've got the final coat of paint on the materials all in here that are all for the reassembly. So right now I need to go set up all my hardware and get all my stuff ready for the install and get it ready for the put back together. So I'm gonna set up a little table over here and get ready to get started. I'm so excited. All right, let's get started. Okay, ready to reassemble. I've laid out pretty much everything. I think I've got everything here. I don't remember the exact order of putting this back together, so I'm going to probably just do a long shot and time lapse and just let that be the result. So I'll stop it if I need to explain something, but basically we just got to put it all back together. This piece has the rivet piece where it wound up at. Oh, it's underneath here. Yeah, so I got to rivet this back on, and then thread the rubber back in, and then put the hardware on it, and then mount it to the frame and get the screws put in correctly. So that's gonna be fun. Let's do it. Okay, this is annoying and fiddly, but you've got to put this little edge underneath and push it into the gap into the rail. So this is gonna take like 2 hours. I exaggerated, maybe it's only an hour and a half. I've already worked on it for 20 minutes. So anyway, it's going all right, I guess. It's just, my hands are above my head. I had to take a break. And it's kind of fiddly. And then I couldn't get a rivet in the end. I don't know what I did wrong, but I couldn't get a rivet in the end. So I'm gonna have to peel those back 2 corners back a little bit and figure out how to rivet that corner, because a rivet would not go inside there. I'll figure out something on it, but I want to get this into the rail first. So there's got to be a tool for this. I wonder how they did it. I'm sure it wasn't this way. Oh, my hand block in the shot. Okay, and then when it goes too fast, you know the top, you know the other half is not in the rail on its side. So now you got to start over on that corner, pushing that back in. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of that. I'll get it done. Okay, what a day. I'm not sure, this video might not be my best, but I could not film all of the tasks to get this thing done. But I'll just go through them, okay? So we had first to get the frame piece mounted onto the glass. We used the Permatex windshield stuff there, blah, blah, blah. Little overkill, but we got it done. Then we had to rivet the rail along the side. I still don't know what to do about the 2 ends. There was no way to get a rivet into the hole. I'm not sure what happened there. So I'm gonna have to check on that, see what I did wrong there. I have to come up with a plan B for that. But anyway, nonetheless, that'll be later. All right, so then you gotta get this seal into this rail all the way down. It took about an hour. I have kind of arthritis-y hands, so that was probably part of it. And then I reassembled the center piece, the center locking mechanism, all stainless steel. Oh, thanks, bud. All right, thanks, Drew. All stainless steel hardware, had to rivet all this stuff in. Got this piece in, and then you take the rails and you thread them into the mechanisms on the side. And if you're an idiot like I was and you move this screw or this nut to clean the steel, you've ruined your how it was set before. So then you have to readjust it. So that's what all this nicking on this one is, and all the nicking is on this one right here, was me putting all that back together. So that was a pain. Anyway, then you go to the mechanism and you get it assembled into there, and then it's pretty much in place at that point. I still have 2 trim pieces to put in. These 2 trim pieces go over all of this here and here, but I'm not going to do that yet. So that's basically it. That's the job. Whatever shot earlier, I'll get it all bundled together, and you saw it already if you got to this point in the video. I think that's about it. It's 115 in here in the shop. It's hot, so it's time to go swimming. So what do you think, Drew? All right, thanks, buddy. All right, that's all I got this week. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.